Bittner on a beautiful Sunday morning. We're so glad that you're here today. The music team is so happy to be together and also to have Karen Lynn as a guest vocalist today. And thank you. She's been busy graduating her sons and just watching them grow up, but we're glad to have her today. And right now, this is a good song for every day, just to hold the belief that there is a healing going on, always. Let me walk to the banks, to the river of love, where the current runs deep, baptized into one, where there's no separation, and the light is all we see, honoring all our differences, and love will set us free. Oh, oh, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Can you feel it? Oh, you rock my soul. Oh, you rock my soul. I see the blessings of the past. It's time to requalify. Let's not forget, but learn to forgive. God knows we've got to try. It's my responsibility to heal the wounds in me. Compassion, faith, and hope, and love, and truth will set us free. Hey, hey, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Oh, you rock my soul. Oh, you rock my soul. Feel free to sing the words with us if you're feeling them. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Oh, you rock my soul. Oh, you rock my soul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you rock my soul. Woo-hoo. Thank you. Let's believe that there's no separation between all of us. Let's just believe that. And let's stand and affirm what we know to be true. God is good and all is well. What a wonderful morning, beyond compare. I feel God's loving presence everywhere. I am filled
Welcome to Unity of Bon Air, where we live and express unconditional love and grow together in peace and prosperity. My name is Reverend Patty, and I have the joy of being the minister of this place along with every person. We are a church filled with ministers. And whether this is your first time or your 100th time joining us, either in person or online, we are grateful for your presence and participation as we share this special time together. We have come together as part of love's divine purpose that calls each of us forth to celebrate the connection we all share through the holy presence within and all around us that we call God. In the spirit of community, we unfold in light and love all spiritual and religious gatherings and all people everywhere. And we especially welcome any of you who are here for the first time. If you are here in the room, please raise your hand. One of our ushers will give you a special packet. And there is a card on the outside that gives us a little information about you. If you would like to fill that out and put it in the offering plate, we would love that. And if you are for the first time online, we invite you to look at unitybonair.org to find out all the wonderful things that are happening here. And, and if you are here, everyone is invited to fellowship coffee. So let's take a moment to settle in, but first we have to have our joke. So this is about an older man walking through the woods, and he hears a voice that says, "Excuse me." And he's looking all around, and he doesn't see a person, and he keeps on walking. The voice goes, "Excuse me." And he looks around, and he sees a big frog down on the ground. Well, a little embarrassed that he's talking to a frog, he says, "Did you just speak to me?" And the frog says, "Yes, I have a situation here. There's been a spell put on me, and if you would pick me up and give me a kiss, I will turn into a beautiful young woman that will meet your every need and take care of you." So the older man thinks for a moment, and he reaches down and gets the frog and puts the frog in his pocket and keeps on walking. And the frog goes, "Excuse me, you forgot the kiss." And he goes, "At this stage of the game, it's much more interesting to have a talking frog." All right, so let's take a nice breath in. Relaxing, let our shoulders drop. Just allowing ourselves to be fully present here. Remembering that we are all connected by the power of the Divine One that expresses in and through and as each one of us. This divinity even expresses in all the living things all around us, the animals and the beings. We are one with all of life. Let's take another breath in and give thanks for the beauty and the glory that surrounds us. What a world in which we live. And we take a moment and just invite our hearts to open fully and share our love in the world. We're creating this beautiful energy field and receive it back. And into this energy field, we bring all the names that are in our prayer box. those in our community for whom we have been praying. For Bev, who I just got a text net last night, she's been moved out of ICU into a room still on the neuro floor, but that's progress for her. For Dottie and Manny, and for anybody in our own lives for whom we carry special care and concern. And if you would like to name that name silently or out loud, now is the time to do that.
My friend Sarah Catherine.
And we continue bringing into this field our world those struggling with natural disasters, with war and violence, all of our beloved children around our world. We hold them all in the light of this love and see divine order unfolding in each of their lives. Before we close, we take a moment to think of something for which we are so very grateful. Just let it run across the field of our mind. Give thanks for it. We close together with our usual mantra of saying, I am grateful 3 times. Please join with me. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. Let's see, is our statement of truth up there? Yes. Join with me in affirming what we believe. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God, the omnipotent good. And so I have a special share to say today. For this month, this is my coming back Sunday talk, but after this, we're going to be focusing on how we reach out beyond the walls of this church building into our community. So next Sunday, we are having a woman speaking from Habitat for Humanity, a beautiful young gal who's recently taken over the CEO there. Several of us went to a Habitat breakfast. She's very articulate and wonderful, and it's going to give us a sense of what this ministry is doing in our community. And the following Sunday, we've had Julie from Crossover share somewhere around a year ago, and she's going to come and share what this public health ministry is doing and ways that we might participate in that. So I'm inviting us to come with open minds and hearts and see if this is something you might want to be involved in. If not, there's lots and lots of things within our community and beyond our community for us to share the love we are and express it in its fullness. Mike, did you want to come up? You need to grab. Thank you. It's your turn.
So, on behalf of the board, I wanted to share one thing. You remember I'm Mike Regulinski. I currently serve as your board president until June the 10th, when the board retreat occurs and we elect a new board, executive team. You'll recall at the last Unity and Community meeting, I put it to the members that the board was thinking about extending Patty's contract and making her our permanent senior minister. That was overwhelmingly received and approved. Everybody was thrilled with that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I am pleased to announce that the board did as the members asked, and we extended her contract, and she is our now new senior minister. And thank you. Continue to give her all the love and support that she deserves, right?
Thank you. Oh, I'm just really humbled. And I promise to love you with all my heart and soul and mind. So now I turn it back over to our music team.
Let's all stand and sing together. Today we're going to sing a call and response that I wrote with Sue Riley, and it's based on the truth. This house is built on love. Some of you might not know, but when we started to build this sanctuary, many of us came and wrote our prayers in love on the very beams before the drywall and everything was installed. So this house is built on love, and we strive for that all the time. Here we go. 1, 2, oh, 1, 2, 3. So I'll sing a line and then you sing it right back. Welcome to this sacred space. Welcome to this sacred space. See the joy on every face. See the joy on every face. This house is built on love. This house is built on love. This house is built on love. Isn't that easy? Leave your burdens at the door. Leave your burdens at the door. You're not a stranger anymore. You're not a stranger anymore. This house is built on love. This house is built on love. This house is built on love. Say it clear. Say it loud and say it clear. We're so happy that you're here. We're so happy that you're here. This house is built on love. 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 Sing it again. This house is built on love. This house is built on love. Oh yeah. This house is built on love. This house is built on love. Sing it again. This house is built on love. This house is built on love.
Good morning, Unity.
Morning, Jim.
Boy, isn't it good to have Patty back? You know, even though she was on vacation, I kept hearing she would pop up here, she would pop up there, and then she was out in Sedona, and then she popped back here, and then she went down to the beach, and here she is back again. So we are just so fortunate and blessed. So now it comes for the transformational opportunities for this week. Don't forget there's chair yoga on Wednesdays, and our people play group meets following the meditation on Wednesday. Oh, I'm sorry, no chair yoga. A vacation for the chair yoga people. And on Wednesday, following the meditation and the potluck, Our new People Play group is going to meet, and they're going to discuss bringing a game, coloring books, cards, or just whatever you want to do. If you want to bring your mandala coloring book, you can bring that. Everybody is welcome, and they're going to start that at 1:30. On Friday, June 9th, Dan has found a great movie for us. It's called The Way. You may also join via Zoom, so you can check that out on the newsletter for that. On Friday, June 16th, it'll be here before you know it, of course. Save the date because it's our bingo night. Now, how long has it been since you played bingo? I know for me it's been a long time, but bingo. There are many opportunities for transformation, sacred service, and fellowship. Check your bulletin and keep up with us by visiting our website and the weekly e-news. Today, the men are helping out in the kitchen, so I want to give it to the men that have shown up to do that. Good job there. And now it's time for the daily word. Today's word is release. I have been changing as long as I've been alive and will continue to evolve as long as I live. I make room for the person I'm becoming through releasing, which is an important part of my spiritual practice. Just as I would not fill my closet with clothes that no longer fit, I do not fill my life with beliefs and ideas that no longer reflect who I am and who I am becoming. Regular releasing creates space in my life for new things to come in. It is my way of remaining open to the possibility of welcoming new opportunities, of keeping myself in the flow of life. Releasing is also a powerful way to live my faith. I trust I am moving in the right direction and release items from my past easily and with gratitude for the role they have played in my life. The scripture today comes from Psalms 51:10. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and put a new and right spirit within me. Today's affirmation, and I'll say it once and ask you to repeat it twice with me. Regular releasing keeps me in the flow of life. Together. Regular releasing keeps me in the flow of life. Regular releasing keeps me in the flow of life. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. I keep fighting voices in my head that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me who I am again, just who I am, I need to know. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think
you say of me. Oh, I believe. The only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short, and when I don't belong. Oh, you say I am yours, and I believe. Oh, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe. I'm taking all I have now and laying it at your feet. You have every failure, God, and you'll have every victory. Oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short, and when I don't belong. Oh, you say I am yours, and I believe. Oh, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe. Oh, I believe. Yes, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe. I believe.
Thank you.
It's good to be back in person and hear that music. I watched every service online, so I didn't miss the music, but it's a different feeling when you get the vibes. So the joke I shared this morning pointed toward change. What was important in our 20s and 30s is different from what matters in our 40s and 50s, and certainly in our 60s and retirement years. We often center down yet again, getting a smaller home, a yard that we don't have to be responsible for, and less stuff. In unity thinking, we aspire to keep growing in consciousness, keep moving toward acceptance, non-judgment, and expressing the unconditional love of the Divine One, whatever name we use to express that. So when I started taking my month away from church responsibilities, my idea was to be and to rest in love's lap, not to accomplish anything so much as spending time with my sister as we found our way into life without Tim's physical presence. I did find myself asking questions, and that can be a life-altering process, right? I wondered, Who do I want to do and be beyond this grief? What do I need to remember daily to keep the joy in my heart? How can I be the best ministering presence at Bon Air? What do I need to do to take care of myself when I return? All these questions were rolling around. And I can't point to any one giant epiphany, yet I kept choosing peace. I kept choosing being in the moment, laughing and crying, taking in the beauty, and telling Spirit, I am willing to listen. Here is a sample of a few sentences that I read that felt powerful to me, and maybe they will to you too. And I have this printed on paper, but I don't have the authors, so we're going by anonymous. Always remember who you are. You are sacred. You are related to the earth, the universe, to all living things. You are memory of what was and a dreamer of what could be. You have the power to heal, to make a difference, and to be accountable for all you do. So there are these two darn 7-letter words that keep appearing in our lives, and they come with the gift of growth in the midst of chaos. Change and choice. I don't know about you, but I just have plain old resistance to change. I have a storyline running that says, I'm comfortable right here in my nice deep rut. I've done a lot of digging to get this the way it is. And out on that green level playing field, I won't know where the holes are or maybe what direction to go. I can't even see the goalposts. When we are resisting, we are shying away from that thing that is right in the middle of one's life. Complaining about it, resisting it, protesting against it, or doing battle with it. Can anybody relate to that? Oh my God, it's our default drive. Without much self-realization, our energy, our focus gets concentrated on not moving beyond what opposes you, not coming to terms with it. Long ago, the depth psychologist Carl Jung contended that what you resist not only persists, but will grow in size. And today we say, you usually hear just plain old, what you resist persists. So some more questions came to my mind. How am I resisting this new moment? How might I reframe this so I might say, welcome? What gift do you bring me? The choice is always ours. Because I've certainly come to discover that asking the question why gets us absolutely nowhere. But asking the question, what do I do now in the state of these circumstances, helps me generate ideas. So I asked her, what lens will I be looking at the changes that come in my life, bidden or unbidden? And I come to the answer to these questions because I believe the truth of who we are is love. If love is present in every aspect of our lives, then all of us have the opportunity to rest in love's presence until we get clarity. We can choose to wallow in chaos or focus on the ever-present love that enfolds me, indeed is me, that enfolds you, is indeed you. Now I want you to hear me saying, I'm not saying ignore your emotions. They need to be expressed and honored, yet staying focused on pain, grief, trauma, whatever was one's experience, does not lead to healing. Only when we acknowledge our emotions can we release them. That's what the daily word was talking about. Not just emotions, it was talking about releasing a lot of things. So we release, then another layer may arise. Don't resist it. Let it wash through you. Be with the sadness, the frustration, the pain, whatever it is, and ask, and what would you have me know? So here's what I learned. This has been a hard lesson, and I'll probably forget it more times than I remember it. But I will say, I feel you. I feel you to these emotions. Then, because I still have resistance to get through, I say, this is not my idea of a good time. Yet, I am willing to be present to you. This is the opposite of resistance. This is the path to growing, to being present and allowing ourselves in the present moment to accept what is, to let down the resistance so we can even see the next step, the new possibility. That's the second big thing I remembered on and off in this past month. Within the realm in which we exist, there are infinite possibilities. And one of my favorite texts is Ephesians 3:20. It begins like this. It's a whole prayer, but we're just going to take the first few commas of it. Now to the one who is able to do immeasurably more than all we can ask or imagine, according to the power that is at work within us. Let those words wash over you, beyond what we can ask or imagine, according to the power at work within us. Within each one of us resides wisdom, strength, imagination, creativity, all that we need to align with Spirit at work, birthing things beyond our wildest imaginations. So I want you to stop now and think of an episode in your life where your back was to the wall. And there appeared to be no way, no how for anything good to happen. And then, in the blink of an eye, grace appeared, which is usually how that goes. This happened over and over in scripture stories. In the Hebrew scriptures, it was often the story of an older barren woman conceiving, or the people that have been beaten by their enemies and things turn around. But in the Gospels, the blind see, the deaf hear, the lame walk, but possibly more impressive than all these outer transformations are the inner ones. A tax collector stops ripping people off and starts following Jesus. Jesus follows his heart, follows his Christ voice, and proclaims the truths that the religious leaders do not want shared because it would threaten their system and their power. So he is publicly shamed and killed and rises up, not just on Easter, but in the consciousness of his followers, who become bold witnesses to the truth they know. But not just that. The Christ still rises in 2023 in you and me. When we say yes to the voice within, when we say yes to change, to becoming love expressing, to unbelievable possibilities unfolding. It starts with change and with choice, and then it leads to great possibilities. One of the ideas in A Course in Miracles that I love says it just takes a little bit of willingness to change, to admit the story that our ego is telling us is not the truth. And when we bring a thought like that that has a grip on us, that is holding us in darkness, and we are unable to be in the joy of the present moment, we take it into the light of our Christ center, of our deepest part of who we are, and it cannot exist, because darkness cannot exist in light. Sometimes it takes a while for us to decide we would rather be happy than right, so that we might take a peek at what our culture has told us, what a church has told us, and see if we can stand in the light of love. So how about a modern day example? So I'm going to recommend you watch this. I'm giving you the Reader's Digest condensed version this morning. It's a 21-minute long story on YouTube called The Power of Kindness by Orly Waba. It's worth a listen. So she tells of being a shy child. And at the age of 15, her life gets turned upside down. Her house catches on fire, multiple family members, and then that's just the beginning. Then one bad thing after another. And she shows up at school, and her friends, you know how awkward all of us are as teenagers, they don't know what to say to her. And then one day, she wakes up in her bed, and she can't even get up. Depression has gotten its grip on her. She spends 3 months at home just trying to move past this immobility of depression. And then she wakes up one morning, is looking in the mirror, and she has this insight. And she says, and no one from school came to see her. She says, I am going to become the kind of person that I wish had showed up for me. Isn't that incredible? I'm going to become the kind of presence that touches other people's lives when no one else knows what to say or how to be with them. And so she kept this promise then on into her adult years. So the next 2 years in high school, she kind of learned to love herself, to find her way. Then she decided to go to college and become a teacher because she felt like she'd have the opportunity to impact a lot of children's life in that way. So she became an 8th grade teacher, and the kids were having a great time with her. They had had a death in their community, and the kids were starting to talk to her of a child, of how that impacted them. Then she was on vacation, and they were changing planes. She says, I always believe that everything happens for a reason. The stewardess put her in a different seat than she was supposed to be in the airplane, and on the back of that seat, the seat she was looking at, it said, life vest inside. And while she was changing the plane, she got a text that another young person in her community had died of leukemia. And she was going, oh my God, what am I going to say to these children in my class? They're going to ask all these impossible questions. Why does this happen? And what do we do next? And blah, blah, blah. And those words came to her, and she said, our life vest is inside. The power of love to get us through every situation is right here. But not only that, the power to help another person get through their situation is right here within us too. So she went back and focused with her kids on kindness and how they have the power to reach out to other people, the power to love themselves. So she gave them each little notes every day. Open a door for someone, give someone a smile, and they'd come back to class and report the impact of doing these things had on them, and it was tremendous. So the school year closed. She came to the summer, and she didn't know diddly squat about social media, but she didn't know how to make a short movie. So she decided, I'm going to make a movie called Kindness Boomerang. And it's going to show how kindness starts with one person, and then that person ends up being kind to another person. It goes all the way back around until it gets back to the first person. It's going to show how what we're looking for multiplies and expands. So she did that. Put it on YouTube, had no clue about anything. 3 months into that, her clip had 100 million views. You see what our world is hungering for. And not only that, I don't know if she had this plus other social media. That wasn't clear in this talk, but I think so, because she said she got emails, she got messages. So like if it was Facebook, she could have gotten messages. And people said, looking at your site has helped me change my life. One person wrote her a letter and said, I was suicidal, and I have been looking at what you have been posting, and it's gotten me through all of that. She found her path. So then she went back, after that summer, she went back to school and then marched in the office and said to her admin, next year I won't be returning. I've got to keep going on with my adventure to what the next great possibility is for me to continue to impact other people. So it shows. This shows the story of change, the death she didn't want to have to deal with in her community, the choice, how am I going to help myself and the children in my class deal with this, and the possibility that came to have a video that impacted so many people. So the last story I want to share with you is my personal testimony to what all this has meant to me. So tears were running while I was writing it, so they're probably going to run while I'm telling it to you. But Mary Morrissey taught me that when your heart is so full, it comes out in your tear ducts. So I can tell you from the moment that we discovered that Tim was physically gone, a change I was definitely not ready to welcome. I held my sister and I said to her, I do not know how we are going to make it through this, but we are going to make it through. And from that first week when the shock was so great to the following months, the miracle of kindness and love kept showing up. So there's a time when we each make our choices. There's a time when we're in shock and we can't even function. And there were times when I forget, my life vest is inside. What we experienced was this amazing outpouring of presence. People showed up to go walk with us and get us out of the house. People brought meals, amazing meals, prayers, flowers, cards in the mail, calls, text. There was never a time when I felt like we were alone in dealing with this. Then the board graciously gave me this time away. There are no words for how much I appreciate the love that was shared and the way that all of this opened up the possibility for me to come back and do work I love. Change, choice, and possibility, these three are interconnected, and the thing that holds them all together is the love in which we swim. So I'm going to read these few sentences to you again and close. Always remember who you are. You are sacred. You are related to the earth, the universe, to all living things. You are a dreamer of what could be. You have the power to heal, to make a difference, to be accountable for all you do. The possibilities are endless. And so it is.
Now we will prepare for our meditation.
I just want more. I just want more. More of you, God. More of you, God. I just want more. I just want more. More of you, God. More of you. Pour out all my heart and lay down all I am, making room for you. Lord, I'm ready to open up my heart, to receive not in part, but the fullness of who we are. Lord, I'm ready. I just want more. I just want more. More of you, God. More of you, God. I just want more. I just want more. More of you, God. More of you. Pour out all I have and lay down all I am, making room for you. Lord, I'm ready to open up my heart, to receive not in part, but the fullness of who you are. Lord, I'm ready. I just want more. I just want more. More of you, God. More of you, God. I just want more. I just want more. More of you, God. More of you. Come and reach into my heart. Come and heal every part, Lord. I want more of you. Just one touch from your robe stills the weakness from my bones. Oh, I need more of you. I just want more. I just want more. More of you, God. More of you, God. I just want more. I just want more. More of you, God. More of you.
So that's what we experience as we go into the silence, more of our connection to this divine presence. So I'm going to invite you to take a nice deep breath all the way down and release. And then relax your shoulders. Breathe in again, just allowing yourself to be fully here now. And I invite you to see yourself in a beautiful meadow before daybreak. It's dark, but you have the feel of the dew on the grass. You can see the high mountains in the distance, looking a dark blue, and the range beyond them a little lighter blue. but it's still early morning, so there's not a lot of definition. Allow yourself to take in the beauty. And now, over the mountains, you see the crack of light breaking forth. The possibility of a new day. And as you sit there, it gets brighter and brighter. The grass turns green. You see the sun rising over the mountain. Light. It is a metaphor of the light of your higher self, always within you, always available, always shining with wisdom and love. Does your light have words for you as you face any changes in your life? Let's take a moment and listen. Now I invite you to let these words be your words. I have the grace I need for today. I am full of power, strength, and wisdom. Nothing I face will be too much for me. I will overcome every obstacle, outlast every challenge, and come through every difficulty better off than I was before. It is not I, but the Christ in me that does the work. I am grateful. Another deep breath. Just let yourself realize how full your tank is. And so it is. As our ushers get ready to come forward, I invite you to hold your offering in your hand and do our blessing together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving and receiving. More music.
One, two, three.
Sometimes I forget where I come from. Sometimes I forget where I'm going to. Sometimes I get so confused I lose my way. Sometimes I know you feel the same. Then I remember there is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. Ooh, there is nowhere that God is not. Oh, everywhere I am, I know what I got. Sometimes I believe in what I see. Sometimes I believe what I perceive. Sometimes I get so confused I lose my way. Sometimes I just know what to say. Then I remember there is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. Everywhere I am, I know what I got. I forgot to pray, forgot to be still, and I forgot to forgive myself until I forgave my soul. I forgot to ask for help, I forgot to say a word. Forgot to believe in me, believe in my spirit. Well, yeah. Then I remember there is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. Everywhere I am, I know what I got. Everywhere I am, I know what I got. Everywhere I am, I know what I got.
Thank you, that was great. And now let us bless these gifts. We are so very grateful for these gifts, remembering that the gift and giver are one. We send these gifts forward to expand the love consciousness and joy within this community in Richmond and around the world. Let's affirm 3 times together, I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. So it is. I'd like to invite our chaplains to stand. So take up these lovely folks on their willingness to be with you around a change maybe in your life or a celebration. It's a wonderful thing to have somebody speaking the words of the highest and best for our lives. Thank you all. And let's see. So I didn't acknowledge. I wanted to acknowledge somewhere along the line all the people that did everything in the services the whole time I was gone. I was so grateful to know I could step away and just beautiful music was going to continue to happen, beautiful talks were going to be given, love was going to be served up in every capacity. So I want to thank them and all those who today are here serving. So we have a carry out in the bookstore. We have this is our men's first Sunday of taking charge of the fellowship hour. So we're happy about that. And we have Sherry and Jody in the back, our incredible music team. So let's give them all our blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are. And we see you doing amazing things. And I see our young people out in the hallway.
As a light, we are walking as a light of God. As a light, 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 as a light of God.
Hey, this on? Awesome, awesome. So just a little, I have a sign-up sheet on the table out here if anybody has any workshops they'd like to do for like the summer fun. It's going to be a fluctuating amount of kids each week, so we're trying to have something fun and interactive for everyone to do each Sunday. So if you'd like to do that, the sign-up sheets are there. I'd also like you to fill out a background check if you don't mind and turn them back into me. And Zoe will let you know what we did today.
So today we practiced sign language for a song that we learned, and we went outside and looked at the frogs and played in the sandbox. Yeah.
That's all we have.
All right, let's give them, our teachers and our children, our blessing. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ you are. And we see you doing amazing things. All right, I invite you to stand as we do our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And our ministry of love continues. Thank you.